Welcome back. We are all so eager for Sunday to come around so we can see the next two episodes of The Last Dance. And Paul, your Kansas Jayhawks teammate, Nick Bradford, posted a photo of your team with Michael Jordan during that Last Dance season. Amazing picture. Is that the first time you met Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. That was my first time meeting Mike. I became a fan. I remember I was there because I was in my junior year, and after that year, I was planning on going to the NBA. And I was like looking at Mike, kind of sizing him up, because I knew I was going to have to match up with him the next year. So I was like, okay, I got a nice size. We about the same height. I'm a little taller than him. And I'm like, all right, dang, I can't believe I got Mike in here. This dude right here, I have 3 posters on my wall when I was in high school of Mike, and he's standing right here. I had a chance to shake his hand, watch him play in a preseason game, and a guy who one of the greatest, if not the greatest, just to be able to have that moment with him. I remember I looked and I was like, okay, I'm a little bit taller than Mike now. I can match up with him. I'm saying that stuff to my head because I know I never would have had to said it to him as a college kid, standing right there. But that was an awesome moment to be able to sit there and take a picture with him. That was a team picture. I actually have a solo picture with him also that I I might put it on Instagram for a little throwback Thursday or something.
Absolutely. What about you, Perk?
Hey, P, you lucky you were sizing them up in your head and not saying nothing out and not speaking out loud.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say nothing to Mike.
Yeah, I know, because y'all probably would have had to play a one-on-one right then. But he probably would have killed your confidence, truth. But, I was so mad because right before I came into the league and got drafted to the Celtics, Mike had just retired. So I was so mad that I just didn't get a chance to even be on the same court or share the court with Mike and play against him. But the first time I met Michael Jordan, truth, you remember this, P, we were in Charlotte, and we had just beat the Bobcats, and I was at my locker, and I'm just getting out the shower, putting on my clothes, getting ready to, head to the bus, and I just hear this voice talking to you, Ray, and KG, and y'all just having this good time, but my back was turned. And I was like, that voice just like rung a bell to me. It was like that 90s R&B music. You know how that 90s R&B come on Pandora, and you get the vibing a little bit. And I'm like, hold on, man, this voice sounds familiar. I turned around, it's Mike. So he over there talking with y'all, and he came in our locker room. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. He came in our locker room a lot.
Right. So I turned around, and I get up, I'm like, hold on, I got to go pay homage. I got to go shake his hand. Let me go introduce myself, Rachel. So I get up out the seat. I walk up to him. I'm like, hey, what's going on, MJ? Man, I'm Kendrick Perkins. He's like, boy, I know who you is with your country stuff,
oh, wow.
Man. He's like, your grandmother must have put your parents must have put some red pepper under you, boy, because you never smiled, and you got this little instinct about you. And I was just like, oh, okay. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, basically, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was my first time meeting MJ, though.
That's amazing. I first met Michael Jordan when I was going to college in Chicago. I was in journalism school at Northwestern, and I would make extra money by stringing for newspapers. If a newspaper wanted a story in Chicago and they didn't want to pay to send someone, they would pay me like 20 bucks. And I would go down to the Berto Center in suburban Chicago, go to practice, and just stand there as, frankly, a 19-year-old girl way out of my element, with my little tape recorder in this clump of people interviewing Michael Jordan. I was terrified to ask him a question back then until maybe the 4th or 5th time I was there, and he called me out on it and said, are you a mute? Do you not speak? What's going on?
Oh, wow.
Took a deep breath.
Wow.
Asked him a question, and he paused for maybe 30 seconds, guys, before he answered my question. And some of the veteran reporters in the room would later, kind of when we went back to the press room, tell me he was deciding kind of in that moment, is this someone I'm going to give a hard time to or not? But he didn't. He answered the question, and I think from then on, because he sort of regularly talked to me, the other players were like, okay, we can talk to her too. It made a big difference earlier in my career. It was a lot of fun later when I worked in D.C. and he played for the Wizards as well. So those 30 seconds might have been the longest 30 seconds of my life. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.